Always good to make an entrance. Tutors, friends and family, faculty, staff and fellow graduates, my name is Georgia Kirkland, a fellow filmmaking graduate, and I'm so honoured to be giving the vote of thanks this evening. Honestly, I don't think anyone ever feels prepared to give a speech, particularly to 800 people all around here, at an event which for us graduates is probably one of the most anticipated ceremonies you've ever been part of. Right from the moment you arrive at your very first school, we were told to work hard, and if we did well at that, we would eventually move into the next year. And if you even push yourself even further, and you move up into secondary school, now this was no ride in the park. The people were bigger, the subjects were harder, and the chances of getting lost for me were a lot harder, a lot higher. But you stick at that, and although it gets hard at times, the lessons you've learned from your previous schools encourage you to keep going. And surprisingly, you do. And then for some very strange reason, you decide that that wasn't hard enough, and you want to push yourself even further and do this thing called university. But we got through the first two schools, right? How hard can this be? Oh, how we were wrong. When that door first opens and you arrive at university with your flat pack IKEA furniture in one hand and your Filmmaking for Dummies book in the other, you realise that not only are you going to have to try and get a degree here, but you're also going to have to try and live on your own. An unnerving sense of anxiety, sadness hits as your family drive off in the car, only to feel strange enough that you're not driving off with them. Each of us arriving at university from different life stages, but all of us having to wave goodbye to someone or sacrifice something to be sitting where we are today. But with this new sensation begins freedom, because for the first time, we were given this insane opportunity to do whatever we want. The parties, the new friends, the hey, I'm going to wake up at 1 p.m. today because you know what, I'm a student and it's okay. I'm really going to miss using that excuse. And while family miss you daily, mum ringing 5 times a day like you're a World War II evacuee she hasn't seen in years. But sure enough, underneath the grades, the aesthetic Instagram posts and memories of university life are some people that actually you couldn't have gotten through this year without. You see, I think as amazing as the student mentality is, sometimes, and I know from my experience, we can often get lost in our own problems, causing us to have a selfish outlook. And it only takes one occasion today where we actually get to reflect on what we've done and who got us here in the first place. Them. Parents that stuck by you while you tried to figure out what on earth UCAS was. Tutors that welcomed you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed into this thing called art school, which we had no idea what kind of creative crazy maze we were getting ourselves into for the next 3 years. Or those extremely patient and kind technicians that took the time out to show you that those super sleek-looking coffee machines next to all the Macs in the edit suite were in fact high-speed computers. And the admin staff that put in the time to draft that crucial email detailing your acceptance into the university. And also the incredible Kingston School of Art Dean, thank you for all that you've done in nurturing an environment where us creatives can thrive. You see, the ironic thing is we can joke about all this and fail to see only what we have gained today. The hat, the robe, the important piece of paper. But I asked you, class of 2019 today, to consider the sacrifice that a lot of these people have made and sacrificing their own dreams that often began at their own graduations. But today we actually have the chance to give something back to Kingston by taking part in this year's class gift and donating £3, which can help the next generation have access to the wonderful education we have had at Kingston. Your donation will go towards making sure students that require extra funding get the help they need. And so let's choose today to be thankful and not take for granted what we have received here. I think gratitude has lost its attractiveness in today's culture, which seems ironic when we have so much to be thankful for in 2019. Our education, technology, and creativity that is advancing daily, not forgetting how fortunate we were that that £7 million World War II bomb that they found next to our campus didn't wipe us out, but instead made my hiccups a viral sensation on Twitter. I hope you can leave here today proud of what you've achieved and know that your character has grown in resilience at all the challenges thrown at you over the last 3 years. We walk out together stronger, heads held high, with a bit more belief in our skills, confident that we are worthy of that job. Now, this transition is often feared, and believe me, I can see why. But it is no different to that unknown that you stepped into in your very first school, job, or work placement. And you know what the secret is? It's the people around you to love you, even when you're trying to place bread in the microwave hoping it becomes toast. And yes, this actually happened to me. To the moment you're succeeding in that job and being offered that promotion. We have learned to be overcomers, and that is our hope for tomorrow. And so as we leave this place, I hope you can look at what's to come with positivity. Some of you may have plans laid out before you, others possibly even been offered that dream job already. But most of us probably still have no idea what we're doing in 10 years, let alone next week. But I just want to let you know that that's okay, and that you're not alone. And instead of drowning in our own insecurities and worries for the future, let's today to choose to look up and see the thousands of other graduates sat beside you that have been there for you for the last 3 years and that are still going through this scary change together. Jokes aside, I would really love to thank my family, some of whom are here today, my patient and hilarious mother, who always knows the right thing to do when it comes to life, and also washing. My dad, who's taught me from a young age what it means to be tenacious and not give up. I owe you so much, and I'm so thankful for your wisdom. My sister, that's helped me through take life not too seriously and has been an excellent role model for me in my student years. And my grandparents, both Scottish and Italian, that always seemed to care so much about my life that they actually willingly let me film part of their lives for a university project. So thank you for that. And of course, to the incredible support of housemates, course friends and church family who've shown me what community looks like and have provided the best home away from home I could have ever asked for. And the one thing that has sustained me through the highs and lows is my faith in God, who's answering prayers left, right and centre, giving me hope in the hopeless seasons, and is the very reason I can stand on the stage and not be afraid today. While all of our thank you lists are very different, there is a common theme here today of saying goodbye, which can be daunting. And sure, life after university won't be the same. There are things that we do leave behind, but the memories are left in the people around you. So rather than dwelling on what's past, let us leave today in hope that we will be the generation which extends gratitude generously as we appreciate everyone that has made us into the graduates we are today. As C.S. Lewis once said, there are far, far better things ahead than we ever leave behind. We grow and change together, not moving on from the good times, but excited to face the future as one class of 2019. Thank you.